Hello, everybody. Welcome to Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky. Tonight, an intersectional clash between two of the winningest college programs in NCAA history. Tonight, the Kentucky Wildcats of the Southeastern Conference, #1 overall, against #4 Kansas Jayhawks. Hello, everybody. I'm Bob Dominy, along with Jack Evans and Rob Bromley. Welcome on this New Year's Eve. The Kansas Jayhawks come into Freedom Hall number 12 in the nation, and they are big inside at 7-1 and 6-11. But, Jack, a big game for Kentucky. They came off a 2-game winning streak in the UKIT, but they really need to beat someone with some substance. And tonight in the number 12 Jayhawks, they have someone they need to beat going into the SEC season next week.
Well, they do, and the Cats should be playing on an upswing. They got a couple big wins in their tournament, wins that they needed very badly. They got a couple big ones, and they should be on an upswing. Of course, the inside game, again, is going to be a problem, as it has been for the Cats so far this year. Brett Baird could be a key tonight. If they can get some scoring out of him, scoring that they've needed, I think they'll be much better shape. He's had good floor games where he's rebounded well, and he's played good defense. But they need some scoring out of Brett, and if they get that tonight, I think they'll be okay.
Well, they say turnabout is fair play, but I don't know. You remember last year it was the Twin Towers who went into Lawrence, Kansas, Bowie and Turpin, and won 72-50, and now the big guys are on the other side of the fence. Dreiling, who is 7'1", and the youngster Manning, who is 6'11".
Well, Manning is a big one, Bob. He stands 6'11", as you say. He was one of the most highly recruited players in the country last season, along with John Williams out of Los Angeles, who went to LSU. Take a look at the stat sheet. Manning is averaging better than 13 a game. He is averaging better than 8 rebounds a game. He already leads this team in 2 categories, minutes played and steals. And that just about says it all. And you might think he's a star of the future. He already is a star. He's a good one.
Well, it looks like we're going to shake and bake inside. You might want to strap yourself in for this New Year's Eve Clash of the Titans. We'll be back in a moment.
Start up your breakfast day. Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage Way. Seasoned just right. All natural. Just one taste and you can tell it's Purnell. It's Purnell.
Al Purnell here. My brothers and I still make Old Folks Country sausage the way our daddy did, by using the lean cuts of the whole hog, pure natural spices, and no water in it. So get a bag, because it's good.
It's coming to farmlands across America. Improved weed control and crop residue. New Lasso Microtech herbicide.
Same great Lasso, now only better.
Billions of micro-encapsulated droplets of Lasso move through crop residue more easily for improved performance and conservation tillage. When crop residue gets in your way, break through with new Lasso Microtech, the yield protector.
New Valvoline Turbo 5 motor oil, specially engineered to take the searing heat of turbos. Temperatures twice as high as non-turbo engines, hot enough to cook normal oils. If you've changed to a turbo, change to new Turbo 5. Extra protection for any engine, proven protection for turbos. Valvoline Turbo 5, symbol of protection.
Available wherever Valvoline products are sold.
Today, lots of healthcare plans are trying to compare themselves to Blue Cross and Blue Shield. But look closely. Comparisons aren't always what they seem. With some plans, you give up your freedom of choice. Others don't offer the same amount of coverage for your dollars. So go ahead and compare. You'll discover what nearly 1.4 million Kentuckians already know. When it comes to quality healthcare benefits, the others just don't compare. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kentucky.
And when you've got it going again, you head for the mountains. Push. Head for the beer that goes down smooth as a mountain stream. Bush. Brewed the natural way for a taste as smooth as its name. Bush.
Head for Bush beer. Head for the mountain.
I added up a lot of factors when I chose a financial institution, but the key factor was security. And that's why I picked Great Financial Federal. Yes, they had the services I needed, and they offered many ways to save at very attractive rates. But mainly, they offered that essential ingredient of confidence that's really hard to come by and harder still to measure. Security. That's the key.
Great Financial Federal, your key to financial security.
There's
There's more great Wildcat basketball action coming your way next Monday on most of these stations. Don't miss the action when Kentucky takes on Vanderbilt next Monday at 11:30, 10:30 Central on most of these UK network stations.
It's a lonely kind of job, riding fences, but it's a job that's got to be done. So you get it done right. And then you head for the mountains. Whoosh. Head for the beer that goes down smooth as a mountain stream. Brewed the natural way, so it's always as smooth as its name. Whoosh. Head for Bush beer. Head for the mountains.
Right now, you've got twice the reason to come to Long John Silver's, 'cause two can dine for $4.79. Choose a fish and chicken dinner or fish and more. Choose two of the same or choose either or. It's a special treat when two can eat for one special price. So come to Long John Silver's any day, 'cause all week long, you can't go wrong when two can dine for $4.79.
The Kentucky Wildcats haven't played for over a week now after winning 2 games in the UKIT and, of course, taking the UKIT championship. They are 3-4. And now to Jim Engel for the introduction of players. Jim?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Freedom Hall and tonight's game between the University of Kentucky Wildcats and the University of Kansas Jayhawks. Now introducing the starting lineup for Kansas. At forward, number 25, a 6'11 freshman, Danny Manning. And at forward, number 44, 6'5 junior, Ron Kellogg. At center, number 30, 7'1 junior, Greg Dreiling. At guard, number 22, 5'11 sophomore, Cedric Hunter. And at guard, number 35, 6'5 junior, Calvin Thompson. And now the Kentucky Wildcats. At forward, number 25, 6'6 sophomore, Winston Bennett. At forward, number 34, 6'8 junior, Kenny Walker. At center, number 24, 6'9 senior, Brett Barrett. At guard, number 10, 6'2 sophomore, James Blackman. And at guard, number 23, 6'2 sophomore, Roger Harden.
Big basketball game, certainly big for the Wildcats. They can make it 3 in a row. They can even their record at 4-4, and this is a big stretch for Kentucky. Playing Kansas here tonight, Auburn Wednesday night, and then going against North Carolina State Saturday afternoon at Rupp Arena. Blackman now against the Kansas zone. Harden, little short of the mark. The rebound underneath to Bennett, and he is fouled.
The baseline to pick that one off out of the air.
Winston Bennett shooting his free throws at only 54.5%. Hunter against Harden as Kentucky goes man-to-man. Turnaround is good, and hitting it is Danny Manning.
Is on the inside.
Kansas leading it 2-1. And Kentucky takes the lead right back as James Blackman hits from the side. Inside Manning the hook. Well, it went off the back of the rim, but he was fouled by Winston Bennett. And on Winston, that'll be number 1.
Reason for putting Bennett on Manning as opposing to Walker, maybe for his, because he's tough?
Well, I think Winston's a little bit more physical than Kenny is, and maybe that's the reason why Coach Hall chose to match him up that way.
Well, Manning hits the 2 free throws, and Kansas takes the lead back at 4-3. Second team foul on the Jayhawks. Blackman way over the mark. Walker had the rebound, but they've called a foul on the Wildcats inside, and I believe it's on Winston Bennett.
Hips and abdomen pushing off on Manning.
That's number 2 on Winston, and we have played just over 2 minutes. Dreiling lost the ball to Blackman. Down court to Harden. Harden lays it up and in. It on the right side, looks for help. Got it away to Kellogg. Kellogg double teamed, has it stolen away by Blackman. And the Wildcats come up with 2 straight steals. Harden has it stolen away. Calvin Thompson. Thompson down court, lays it in. It's good, and he was fouled.
Roger Harden trying to throw a cross-court pass, and Thompson playing good defense. Now he has the advantage on Blackman, and Blackman probably should have let him go. Now he's going.
Harden looks inside, goes to Walker, the turnaround. Off the back of the rim, the tip missed. Dreiling had the rebound, but lost it out of bounds. And they're going to give it to Kansas. Cedric Hunter brings it back out to Thompson. Underneath, Dreiling gets the jam. And boy, you could tell he enjoyed that one. He slammed it all. Boy, case this season. He is the big man inside. Underneath, Walker. Couldn't get it. Bear up the rebound. Walker missed the tip. And it goes to Kentucky.
Shots fell an awful lot.
The lob, Walker.
Oh, you gotta like it. Gotta like it.
Harden won't put it up. He goes to Walker, and Dreiling with the block, but the foul is called on Dreiling.
Hanging in there tough, taking the ball up strong against a much taller defensive player.
Dreiling picks up his first foul of the night, and now 3 team fouls on the Jayhawks as Kenny Walker steps up to the floor at Freedom Hall. 32 points against the U of L Cardinals. Walker makes 1 of 2, and he has 3 points.
Explosion on New Year's Eve. There you go, Roger. There he is. That's nice. That's nice. We'll be back with more of the same in a moment with Kansas on top. 15 minutes to go, 9-8. I thought they would change, but they stayed with the man-to-man for a while, but now on the 2-3.
Calvin Thompson on the near side goes into the lane to Manning. I thought he traveled. He hit the shot, and Joe Hall can't believe it. Looked like Manning took a little shuffle step. Now they've got Walker trapped in the corner. Got it away to Barrett. Couldn't get the reverse layup. Madison the rebound. The hook. And there's Blackman. Oh, Kentucky controlling the boards, but can't get it to go down. Down court to Manning. Underneath, Kellogg missed the layup. And the foul is called on Calvin Thompson. Finally takes the shot, but missed it. Rebound right into the hands of the freshman Danny Manning, and he brings it up court. At 6'11", he can dribble. Inside, it goes to Dreiling. Turnaround, around and out. The tip is good. And we got a foul. Kellogg was the man who got up and tipped it in, and the foul was on Kenny Walker.
Out of the zone. Hard to block off.
Blackman underneath. Double pump, and the tip is good. And let's see who they give it to. I think they'll give it to Walker. Back to within 4. Here's Manning open. Free throw line. Yes, Danny Manning.
Boy, does he have a good release, Jack. You just shoot over 50% of the season.
Blackman couldn't get it. The rebound to Dreiling. Now Kansas can go up by 8. Manning into the front court. And he is fouled by Roger Hart. That was number 2 on Roger Harden. Here's Dreiling now in trouble. Double team, turnaround, backed it home. Oh, it's nice to be 7'1".
Kansas leading Kentucky 18-10.
Cats have hit 4 of 20 from the field, 20%. Kansas has hit 7 of 10, 70%. Richard Madison, a lot of arch, and he got it. Oh, yeah. Kellogg at the other end is fouled as he goes underneath, and I think it was Brett Barrett who came up over the back.
Foul was on Blackman. It could have gone on either Barrett or Blackman. They took Blackman. That's his.
Roger Harden goes on the high post. Barrett off to Blackman. No arch on the shot at all. That looked like a pass for Barrett. Cedric Hunter. And he threw it over the basket. The rebound tipped out. Kellogg got it and hit the shot. Ron Kellogg now is 6 in the game.
That bucket so easily. Boy, he needed to take that shot. It was right there. That's his shot. He should take it.
Harden with the rebound off to Barrett, and Brett banked it in with the left hand, I believe.
What a nice pass by Rogers. It was in some tall threes.
Barrett the rebound, and here comes Kentucky down by 7. Harden all the way off to Blackman. And they've called an offensive foul on Roger Harden.
And just doesn't score a lot. He's their floor leader.
I said Blackman went out. Of course, Roger Harden went out with those 3 fouls. Manning hit them both. He's hit 4 straight free throws now tonight, shooting 71% at the line. 14. Walker down low, turnaround, got it. Nice shot by Kenny Walker.
Nice shot. I was just going to say, Kentucky needs to get something on the inside this front of the basket, and Madison giving him a good pass. He goes up strong and puts it in. And
Manning down the lane, underneath, got it to Dreiling, and he got it in the hole. 16. Barrett tried to get it to Walker, it went out of bounds, and it will go to Kansas.
Now we're going to play intimidation once again.
Walker knocks it away to Blackman. Blackman off to Walker, and Kenny is hammered under the basket. Kenny Walker back at the line where he has hit just 1 of 3 tonight. Now make it 2 of 4. Kenny Kellogg looks inside, comes back to Turgeon, and now Calvin Thompson. Well, they tried to get it to Manning. Dreiling got it. Missed the shot, and they're going to get a foul here on Danny Manning. Now Kenny Walker right back at the free throw line. Just into the game now for Kansas is Mark Pellock, a freshman from Parsons, Kansas. Walker misses another free throw. So Kenny now, that makes him 2 of 6 on the night. Got just over 10 minutes to go first half. Kellogg gets it from outside.
Microbiology and Russian. Oh, my.
Blackman down the lane and the layup, and we get a foul. And let's see if they call it on James.
I think they're going to count that basket. It will be charging against Blackman on this angle.
And now Kentucky in trouble with their guards. Harden has 3 and Blackman has 3. And now Troy McKinley coming in for James Blackman.
For the guard. Kellogg. Yes.
Oh, my.
Well, Ron Kellogg now with 10 points. Of course, he will best be remembered for the game 2 years ago here. Freshman. Madison. That's way over the rim. Foul on the rebound. They've got it on Manning.
That'll be his second.
Calvin Thompson stays in the game. Manning goes out with a 2 foul. Walker this time hit them both. The eye poll, 12th in the AP poll. Knocked away by Walker. Locke gets the ball and up court to Davender. Here comes Kentucky. Walker. Yes. Minutes to go first half. And it's stolen away again. Davender. All the way, but he was fouled before the shot. Let's see. Where he scored 27.
Freshman takes a lot of time up there, and total concentration, that's what you have to do.
Well, he's a good free throw shooter, and he got them both, and Kentucky's back to within 6. Calvin Thompson down the baseline, off to Pellock, and the foul is called on Richard Madison.
Got the charging call.
Let's take a look at this youngster. We're talking microbiology and Russian, folks.
Kansas for the first time tonight in the man-to-man.
And we got a foul inside on Pellock. So it's called on the freshman. That is foul number 1 on Mark Pellock. Kansas has 9 freshmen on its roster, 2 sophomores, just 1 senior. Locke hits the free throw, his first point of the night. Robert averaging just over 1 point per game. Cross-court pass stolen away by Madison. Down court, Davender. Davender all the way. Madison, yes. It's cut the Kansas lead to 4. Thompson has it stolen away. And McKinley has it stripped away from him, but it's lost out of bounds. It'll go to Kentucky.
Kansas still on top, but now by only 4, 30-26. We got 7 minutes left. We'll be back in a moment. Pressure by Kentucky, both on the full court and the half court. Jack?
No doubt about it. Kentucky now playing that full court.
Block in the middle.
McKinley. Oh, he hit it from way out.
McKinley throwing one across court.
McKinley misses. Walker kicks it in.
We got a tie ball game, folks.
Kentucky has come from 12 down to tie it up. We're not at its 30. Mark Turgeon going to Cedric Hunter. Calvin Thompson missed the layup. Stripped away and stolen by Davender. And the fast action continues. Davender, yes!
Got a lot of easy baskets. Shooting percentage has really raised up.
Kellogg just threw it out of bounds, and the pressure beginning to get to some of these people. Missed, it just taps it in. That's part of the comeback. We'll be back with more. They're blowing the lid off this place. New Year's Eve.
Cavender, McKinley open. Another bomb. Got it again.
I don't even know why Troy hesitates on that shot. That's his shot. Therefore, to bust his own.
Kentucky with its biggest lead of the night. But Kellogg answers at the other end and cuts the lead right back to 2 points. And
advantage of Kenny Walker. There he is for the shot.
Walker, rebound. And Walker is fouled, and they have called it on Calvin Thompson. Well off his average. First half. Turgeon inside. Kellogg fakes against Block. And he's blocked, but they have called the foul on Robert Locke. And Robert a little bit upset. Number 1 on Robert Locke, and now Pellick back at the free throw line where he has hit 1 of 2 this evening.
He now doesn't. He takes Dreiling and Manning out. Kentucky goes into the lead, and he hadn't brought him back yet.
Ed Davender, and the freshman out of Brooklyn, New York, now has 6. K3. Thompson, yes.
I don't know the foul situation. Maybe those two. I think he'll leave them on there and wait until the second half. Just a minute and a half after that.
Davender got it again. Ed Davender.
He's feeling it now.
Kentucky back by 3 at 38-35, and a whistle and a foul inside, and they've called it on the Wildcats, and
Brett Barrett, I think
on this team.
And here's another freshman, Mark Pellock.
Tonight and hadn't been able to make them.
Inside, Pellock the fake and hits the shot. First basket of the game for Mark Pellock.
That's George Washington. That's been it.
He's got 5 tonight. Davender, a little short. Walker. And Kenny Walker slams it through with authority.
Well, he had 32 against Louisville. He already has 16 here in the first half against Kansas. He likes it here at Freedom Hall.
Kentucky back up by 2. We've got only 9 seconds now left to go in the half. You see the time on your screen. Cedric Hunter couldn't get it. And Walker is right there with the rebound. And the first half comes to an end. We will take another look at that slam by Kenny Walker. And I tell you, Kenny brought the house down with this one as he rammed it through there. We're at halftime here at Freedom Hall in Louisville. And Kentucky is up by 2. The Wildcats 40, the Jayhawks 38 at halftime. Now let's take a look now at the halftime statistics, and we're going to see some very interesting numbers here. First of all, the shooting percentage for Kentucky, just 35.6%. Kansas 58.3%, but Kentucky's really came up in the last 10 minutes or so of that first half. Look at the rebounding. It is hard to believe that Kentucky has out-rebounded Kansas 31-16. And the turnovers, Kansas committing 11 in that first half. The Wildcats coming up with a lot of steals with their quickness in the latter stages of the first half and really got back in the ball game.
I was walking up and down press row and trying to talk to the Kansas people and trying to figure out why he would have kept Dreiling and Manning on the bench so long. They were saying the same thing. Everybody's asking everybody else the same question. I think maybe you have about the only reasonable accounting for that, Jack, and that's the fact that he wanted to have his guns for the second half, didn't want them tagged with 3 fouls.
Harden 2, James Blackman 2. For Kansas, Ron Kellogg led the way with 12. Danny Manning had 10. Greg Dreiling 6 points in the first half. We've still got 20 minutes left to play, and we'll be back with the second half action in just a moment.
Financial energy.
In 1961, Mrs. Huberta Homrich opened a savings account at First National Bank. Her children started banking with us in the late 1960s, and their children began banking with us in the 1970s. Today, First National supplies the financial energy for 18 members of the Homrich family. We'd like to be your family's bank, too.
Financial energy.
The financial energy of First National Bank. Put it to work for you.
Snow looks beautiful, but it's treacherous on the road. Be safe and economical in winter weather with Big O's full retread snow tires. Big O's retread snow tires are deep grip retreads that look like new, wear like new, and are guaranteed like new, but cost about half as much as regular snow tires. And what's more, Big O will mount them free and then remount your regular tires free when the bad weather's over. Big O, we make it easier to buy tires.
In Ashland's America, young people ask the question, how important is a good education? Just ask Jim Spencer. He'd be one of the first to tell you a good job needs a diploma.
Jim Spencer, may I help you?
Education not only opens doors, but is the key to success, no matter what business you're in. So stay in school, get a diploma, get all the education you can. Ashland's America, where quality education is an investment we've got to make.
Bluegrass has it, positively has it. Bluegrass has it today.
7-day invoice sale, 11.9% and guaranteed actual invoice on every car in stock. Don't be misled by interest rates that sound too good to be true. This is a true annual percentage rate, not a buy down. Invoice and 11.9% on every car in stock.
Bluegrass has it, positively has it. Bluegrass has it.
Bluegrass Lincoln Mercury, 4301 Shelbyville Road.
The sun fades away, and the shadows say slow down. Time to put aside the long day's ride and pass the good times around. Push. Head for the beer brewed natural as a mountain stream, for a taste as smooth as its name. Push.
Head for Bush.
Head for the
mountain.
Even a chain smoker can quit smoking. In fact, over 36 million former smokers have unchained themselves and quit for good. This free booklet is full of tips on how many of them did it. Call 1-800-4-CANCER. 1-800-4-CANCER. It just might set you free.
Today through Tuesday is Smith's Furniture and Appliances annual New Year's sale. Deluxe GE 19-inch color TVs with keyboard tuning, only $288. And here's $50. Yours when you purchase a specially tagged item already marked at Smith's lowest price ever. Like this General Electric Deluxe laundry pair. Use Smith's $50 to reduce the price for both the washer and dryer to only $548. Don't miss Smith's New Year's sale today through Tuesday. Open New Year's Day 10 to 9. Woo! Smith's Furniture, that's who.
News doesn't stop when the sun goes down, and neither does the Wave TV News team.
Good evening, I'm Christy Callahan, and on the Wave TV News tonight we'll show you how some partygoers are mixing fun with safety this New Year's Eve. Many police officers, meanwhile, this is one of the busiest working nights of the year. Extra patrols are on the streets in an attempt to keep drunk drivers off the roads. Those stories and more on Wave TV News tonight.
At Wave TV, news is our business.
Things up. And almost thrown away. Thompson threw it right over the head of Hunter, who had turned his back. Easy layup, Manning.
Well, that's Blackman's shot right there.
Stolen away, Dreiling, picked up by Thompson. A little catch here, and all the way in is Hunter. He missed it. The jam followed by Manning missed. Thompson lost. And now, finally, the loose ball picked up by Manning. He'll jump it from the baseline, and he's got it. Log. And back to Hunter, and they'll set things up. Underneath, Manning.
Well, not a very good start of the half for Kentucky. Jack Manning has 3 field goals. He now has 16 in the game, and Kansas has shot out to a 4-point lead.
Spots and Dreiling in the middle. Fair up inside, fans it back, tried to, had it taken away. 3-on-1. Thompson back to Kellogg. That was more of an I don't want it, you can have it.
Another look at the basket by Kellogg. Kansas has a 6-point lead, 46-40.
Robert was in there when they made the big run in the first half. Bennett almost taken away, and finally is. Dreiling gets it to Hunter. Watch out for Walker. Now to Thompson. Hunter fakes, drives, 10 feet. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Stripped away by Walker. Fast break, Claxton. Thompson with him. Oh, and a basket. Lovely. Inside, Dreiling on the baseline. Manning, nice control. Oh, he's tough, Jack. But he comes from good bloodline. Ed Manning, former NBA star, now a coach here at Kansas. And Bennett's good at hard work. Finally draws a foul inside. I think that was a good no call on that.
I think so.
Bennett will have a pair. Thompson from way out. Dreiling has some garbage.
Well, those baskets right there, they really hurt when you...
Walker from his spot. Dreiling saying he cleared out. See if Dreiling has a point. We missed it. No, I don't think he cleared out on that one.
I don't think so. Let's see it from this angle. I think Kenny, with his jumping ability, is just able to do so much in there.
No way he cleared out. Sorry, Greg.
Caused the defense to come out, and that opened it up on the inside for Kenny Walker on that shot.
He reminds me a little bit of is Thurl Bailey. Dreiling!
That's all. He had himself a good first half. You see the pass right there. Now, you couldn't see Richard Madison on the other side, but that's his. We didn't even see him on the replay there.
Inside Walker on Pellick, and he's going to get 2 more, and the possibility of 3.
6, here it is again. Well, anytime Kenny's able to get the ball right there, he has such great jumping ability that it's going to be almost impossible for someone to...
Affirmative rebound. Davender from the free throw line gets the roll. And a 2-point lead now. Kansas 52-50. Quickly, the other end. Thompson will get a chance for 3 from 16. Off the back iron. Good blockout job by Kellogg. Charge on Hunter. Oh, a layup missed into there by Blackman. And the Jayhawks run it again. Manning. Foul on Madison, and a good foul. 18-year-old is going for his 20th point. And gets the roll. 20 for Danny Manning.
Just an excellent shooter. 71% at the line, 52.7 from the field. Danny Manning.
Davender again from the free throw line. You can tell Jackie feels it tonight. Three forwards in there right now. Madison, Walker, Bennett. Look at Bennett scrap for it. Comes up with it. Davender. Walker. Jam. 58-54. Kansas in the lead. Madison. Pump fake. Got it. On the bench with 4. And Kansas in some amount of trouble here. 19,000 plus about to take the roof off, and the only way you calm them down is just like that.
Really drawing the attention on the inside, and well, Davender with the soft touch. That ball hit everywhere on the rim, and his shot is so soft.
Thompson again from long range.
99%.
Thompson is 6 of 8. Inside, Bennett. They try to rip it away. Thompson could have come up with a technical there as he looked at the referee and stomped that foot, but...
And he's hit 3 of 5 at the free throw strike tonight.
We got a 3-point game against 2-point game as they chalk it up. 62-60 lead. Nice jam, Mr. Walker. Worth seeing again.
Big opportunity right here for Kentucky. Took advantage of it. Troy McKinley.
3-point line, those shots he's taken. Cross court, Thompson drives it in and jams it, and it's fouled by Barrett. What a move.
You see Madison getting out of position, and Brett Barrett just not making a strong move to the baseline.
Inside, Bennett. Turns, blocked by Dreiling. Madison, free throw line. No. Tipped by Locke, but Bennett comes up, drives in, won't go. Foul, and on Phillips. 64-60 Kansas. Yeah. It was shake and bake, but it rolled. Thompson inside, Pellick. Now Dreiling inside, turns the lane. Nice speed. Hits Kellogg for the set to come back in the lineup. Dreiling, Bennett on it. Bennett almost takes it away. Now Dreiling moves on it. Nice move for the big fella. And a foul on who? Kellogg?
I'll take it, though. Kenny Walker on the line with a chance to bring Kentucky back within 1 point.
Pass. And score on Locke. We got a goaltending call on Walker. Credit the basket. Walker's favorite spot. I thought Dreiling fouled him. McKinley, same spot. Boy, he's been a godsend in this game.
Yeah, well, he hit 2 from outside of the first half to help the Wildcats come back. Now he's...
Thompson. Walker got a piece of it. Manning still hasn't missed a shot. Oh, my. 10 for 10.
Well, Kenny Walker made a net ball, and the Kentucky players on the inside just turning around looking the other way.
Boy, Davender's hot, too. Let me look over here and see what he's doing tonight. Davender breaks the pressure with Manning putting it on the floor. Now they've broken it real well. Kellogg moves on Bennett and Kansas. Nice move by Manning. He set the whole thing up with that.
I can't agree with this call.
Well, I can't disagree with you. You had the best look at it. McKinley. Oh, brother. He has got 10 tonight, and he is 5 of 7.
33 points off the bench. Kansas only 5. Well, what good ball movement. What great ball movement by Kansas.
How unselfish.
So unselfish on that.
Manning 11 for 11.
Guys were able to go up and look over everybody.
Davender had Thompson in his face. And now Thompson at the other end. Oh, here. Boy, they get down the floor in a hurry.
They run.
Walker will move on Dreiling. Tried to put, oh, look at him followed up. Nice pogo move by Walker.
That's what he's done.
Inside Bennett. Dreiling. Walker again mops it up. And
goes right back up and stuff it through.
Dreiling moved to the basket and fouled from behind. Is it on Bennett?
Catches the ball flat-footed and is still able to get up and stuff it through with that much authority. That's hard.
Dreiling can't get it to go. 3-on-1. Madison. 8 for the Memphis, Tennessee Star. And we've got
Richard Madison hurt.
He got a...
Now that basket, that basket should not count if it is a charge.
Yeah, I thought from my angle I saw Bennett shuffle a little bit, and he did. Kellogg way out there.
Oh, what a big basket.
When Kentucky visited Lawrence. McKinley all alone. Oh, run.
All right, that's 12 in the game for Troy McKinley. That
found him. Big call by Coach Hall.
Boy, when they were up by 12, you thought you might have a snoozer going in here. Instead, you need some Dramamine. Now Blackman by himself. Foul underneath, and it'll be on Pellick, and that'll be his 5th. And Walker will go to the line with a chance to give Kentucky the lead.
Well, Pellick played a fine game here tonight, really, for Kansas. He leaves with 5 points. Freshman out of Parson, Kansas, fouls out with 2:45 to go.
Step up in key situations. He's had trouble all night, but he knows how big those 2 free throws are.
Now let's take a look at McKinley. He's got a dozen in this game. Watch the screen. See the beautiful screen set up for him? Nothing but the bottom. What a ball game we got, folks. UK on top by a pair. Inside Dreiling, turns it. Foul, and it's on Bennett. Dreiling, 7'1" junior from Wichita, Kansas, can tie it up. 2:16 left. And does. Side. Bennett. Walker. Tried to skyhook it. Bennett. What a foul. Are they working?
They're working hard on the glass, and that's what's kept them in the game so far.
Buddy, in this place, on their feet. Thompson blocked by Walker. Bennett to Walker. Damn it! Yeah!
And that's going to count. He was fouled on the play. Kenny Walker will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play. Watch this block. There's the block by Kenny Walker. This time the Kentucky defense alert. Winston Bennett getting it out to Kenny Walker. Now watch the defensive player reach in from behind. There's the foul. Kenny Walker goes to the line with it on that call.
Well, I'd like an explanation, too.
Well, that's a big call right there.
No, folks. Dreiling inside, hooked it. Nice move by the big guy, and timeout.
Drops his foot and shoots the hook shot. Shoots the hook shot. A great move for a big man.
That's an NBA move. We got 1:11 left, and Kentucky up by 4. Davender in the game is Tad Boyle, and he fouls. How about a little Brooklynese, Edwards? 88-82, and Hunter went again for it, and another foul on Hunter.
Oh, that looked like football out there.
Right there going for the steal. Could have been called for the foul. There he is. Quick hands by the freshman.
I don't understand how you've got a player that's hitting 11 of 12. You've got another player that's shooting pretty... I told you, he's not the man to put on the line, folks. Not if you're Kansas. And Hunter again. Timeout. Oh, Kentucky having trouble getting it in. Oh, stepped on the line. Bennett stepped on the line. Three has it packed in. Manning, no. He missed that one, and we got a run out. Come on, Davender. Gives it to Walker. He missed it. You got to be kidding me. Come on. Hunter again. Maybe that's why he's shooting.
Shoot that one.
Four-point lead. Kentucky, 19 seconds left.
Well, they will, and it's going to be important right now for Kentucky to get that ball in, get fouled, and go to the line and make 2 free throws. I think Kansas will foul.
Got a foul on Mark Turgeon.
Out of there, they may need another person to rebound. That came out of there, and
15 seconds left. Long, Kellogg, no way. Hunter gets fouled by Bennett, and that'll be it.
And as you said, Bob, Cedric Hunter just not that good a shooter.
Short. Oh, and he got the roll.
Well, good follow through on the shot, and good.
Gotta have it. Too hard. And a rebound, Manning. We got a 1-point game. 6 seconds. Time.
Barrett will trigger it in. Coach Hall trying to get a timeout. He leaps off his feet.
Except for Davender. Keep it out of his hands. They got a new man in the game.
Let's see if
Antonio Campbell trying to hold on to Davender. What have we got?
Foul on Kellogg.
Foul out of, and the ball was not in, so I think that's an automatic 2. I think so. So Kentucky will not be in the bonus situation. I think they get an automatic 2. The defense will probably go over and sit on the bench beside Coach Hall and not just make sure they do not commit the foul.
Where was that pass going? The entire Kansas bench was standing, and I think Greeling looked over there, saw blue shirts, and threw it over there. There was nobody. Man-to-man. Inbound. Madison will come free. Long.
Now there's the run out that I've been talking about.
He'll never have a chance, will he? No. No chance to shoot it. Who cares?
Well, there's the run out that I've been talking about. I thought they may have tried to run it sooner. Luckily, it came at a time when they didn't need it. Because
right now, you've got twice the reason to come to Long John Silver's, because 2 can dine for $4.79. Choose a fish and chicken dinner or fish and more. Choose 2 the same or choose either or. It's a special treat when 2 can eat for 1 special price. So come to Long John Silver's any day, because all week long, you can't go wrong when 2 can dine for $4.79.
Right now at Jerry's, 2 can dine for $4.99.
Do you mean a friend and I can choose any 2 of these dinners for just $4.99?
That's right. Our hot roast beef dinner.
Rich brown gravy.
Our 2-piece fried chicken dinner.
Ooh, that looks good, too.
Or the Italian spaghetti dinner.
Just look at that thick spaghetti sauce.
Bring a friend to Jerry's where
2 can dine for $4.99.
At Jerry's, we serve you right.
Season's greetings to all Kentucky owners from Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance.
5 left.
They say the best ones are the hard ones. These you don't break. You try to reach an agreement. And when you do, you head for the mountains. Whoosh. Head for the beer brewed natural as a mountain stream, for a taste as smooth as its name. Bush. Head for Bush Beer.
Head for the mountain.
Your Lincoln Mercury dealers offer special year-end savings now through December 31st. Special year-end savings on all cars in stock. Mercury Cougar, Topaz, Grand Marquis, every car from Lynx to Lincoln. Impressive savings on the highest quality cars made in America. Get substantial savings and satisfaction in the bargain at your Lincoln Mercury dealers. End of the year special deals are on now, so don't miss it.
We won't be satisfied till you are at the center of the
Last month, my wife Betty had a major operation. Thank goodness we had Blue Cross Blue Shield. They took care of practically all the hospital bills.
There are lots of ways to stay fit. I picked running. I like options in my health insurance plan, too. One that gives me freedom of choice. That's why I chose Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Coverage you can count on. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kentucky. The best in healthcare protection. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Happy New Year from the Fashion Shop, celebrating 1985 with the greatest sale we've ever had. New Year's Day, our entire stock will be half price or more. Everything, yes, everything in our stores will be at least half the original price. And these savings are yours from 9 to 6, New Year's Day at all the Fashion Shop locations. So ring in the new year by ringing up the savings at the Fashion Shop.
What a night for Kenny Walker. 36 points, over 20 rebounds. He is now at center court receiving his Most Valuable Player award. 20 for Ed Davender tonight. What a big night for Troy McKinley, who had a dozen. 8 for Richard Madison, 4 for James Blackman, 2 each for Harden and Barrett, 7 for Winston Bennett. On the other side of the ledger, tremendous performance for the young freshman Danny Manning, who had 28. 20 for Kellogg, 15 for Thompson, 14 for Dreiling. But as we've been mentioning all night, they got no support off the bench. The final here tonight, the Kentucky Wildcats in an upset win over number 12, Kansas Jayhawks, 92-89.